I want to talk directly to the person who is trying their best. You avoid junk food. You say no to that extra slice of cake. You choose the healthy options at the grocery store. You believe you are doing everything right to protect your heart. But what if I told you that the greatest danger to your heart isn't in the foods you're avoiding? What if the real threat is hiding in your daily routine, wearing a disguise of health? Every single day in the United States, over 2,500 people die from heart disease. And the heartbreaking truth is that many of them thought they were living a healthy life. Today, we are going to expose the 5 healthy mistakes that could be silently damaging your heart right now without you even knowing it.
Doctor, that is such a concerning thought that our good intentions, our healthy choices might not be enough to protect us. It creates a sense of vulnerability that I know many people watching must be feeling right now. For everyone with us, this is Dr. David Miller. He is a cardiologist who believes that the greatest tool for your health is not a medication or a procedure, but the power of truth and wisdom. Doctor, thank you for being here to share these hard truths with us.
It is my sacred duty, Sarah. And I want to start by saying to everyone watching, this is not about blame or shame. It is about illuminating the blind spots in our daily lives, the small, quiet mistakes that can accumulate over time. The journey to a healthier heart begins with awareness. And this brings us to the first and perhaps most common mistake I see. It is mistake number 1, ignoring your blood pressure and cholesterol numbers, simply because you feel fine.
That is something so many people do. They think if I'm not having chest pain or feeling sick, then everything must be okay.
And that is the great deception of these conditions. High blood pressure and high cholesterol are called silent killers for a reason. They do not send you a warning message. High blood pressure or hypertension is the relentless, quiet pressure of blood pushing against your artery walls. Day after day, this pressure creates tiny tears and scars, making your arteries stiff and narrow. Your heart has to work harder and harder, slowly wearing itself out, and you may not feel a single thing. Similarly, the bad cholesterol, LDL, can be building up inside those arteries like grime, clogging a water pipe. This plaque can grow for years, silently choking off blood flow to your heart. You feel fine, you go about your day until one day that plaque ruptures and a heart attack or stroke occurs in an instant. This is the story of my friend's father, a good man we'll call Mr. Hayes. He was 68, always proud of his health, but he collapsed one day from a massive heart attack. The doctors discovered his arteries were severely blocked. His cholesterol had been dangerously high for years, but because he felt fine, he never knew.
That is a tragedy that could have been prevented. So what is the actionable step? What must we do?
You must know your numbers. It is a non-negotiable act of stewardship for your health. Get your blood pressure checked regularly. You can even do it at most pharmacies. And ask your doctor for a simple blood test called a lipid panel. It will tell you your total cholesterol, your bad LDL, your good HDL, and your triglycerides. These numbers are the language your heart uses to tell you what it needs. Don't be afraid of them. Knowledge is a gift from God. It is the light that shows us the path. If your numbers are high, you can take action. You can change your diet. And if your doctor recommends medication, see it not as a failure, but as a blessed tool to help lift the burden from your heart.
So knowing our numbers is the first pillar of protecting ourselves. What is the second mistake on your list, doctor?
The second mistake is one that feels so natural, so well-deserved after a lifetime of hard work. It is mistake number 2, living a sedentary lifestyle, or as many people call it, finally taking it easy. I understand the desire to relax, to watch television, to read. But our bodies were designed by our Creator for movement. When we sit for too long, day after day, our blood flow slows down, our heart muscle becomes less efficient, and our risk for every single cardiovascular disease skyrockets. A major study found that people who sit for more than 6 hours a day have double the risk of heart disease.
Double the risk. That's a shocking number. But many seniors feel they are too old, or their joints hurt too much to start an exercise program.
And this is where we must redefine exercise. I am not talking about running a marathon. I am talking about honoring your heart with gentle, consistent movement. This is the beautiful story of Mrs. Gable, a 72-year-old neighbor of mine. She used to think she was too old and too achy to move much, but she started with one small promise to herself, a 10-minute slow walk down her street and back every morning. That's it. Then she added a few simple chair yoga stretches she found online. A few months later, she told me she felt 10 years younger. Her energy was back, her mood was brighter. Every step you take is a gift to your heart. If you love music, play your favorite song and dance in the kitchen. If you have grandkids, walk with them to the park. The important thing is to start small, to be gentle with yourself. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any muscle, it needs to be used to stay strong.
What a hopeful story. It shows that small steps can lead to a great transformation.
They always do, Sarah. That is the nature of faith, and it is the nature of health.
For everyone watching, this is so much about small, consistent acts of self-love. If you've been inspired by Mrs. Gable's story to add just a little more movement into your day, please let us know by typing a 1 in the comments. Let's celebrate these small victories together. And please subscribe to our channel Health Voices. Taking this time to arm yourself with wisdom is one of the best things you can do for your health journey. Knowing our numbers and committing to gentle daily movement are such powerful and foundational first steps. It's about being aware and being active. But you mentioned that there is a mistake that can happen right at our dining table, even when we truly believe we are eating healthy. What is mistake number 3 on your list?
Mistake number 3 is one I see every day, Sarah. It is underestimating the true power of nutrition. Many people think I've stopped eating fried foods or I don't eat red meat anymore, and they believe that is enough. But the truth is, what you eat every single day has more power than you can possibly imagine, not just to nourish your body, but to actively protect the sacred, hard-working engine in your chest. This is the story of a patient of mine, a lovely 65-year-old woman we'll call Miss Albright. She was so proud that she had given up fatty meats years ago. But when she came for a checkup, she was shocked to find her blood pressure was still high, and her triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood, were at an alarming level.
And she thought she was doing everything right. What was the hidden culprit in her diet?
It was the quiet convenience. Her diet consisted of a lot of white bread, some instant noodles for a quick lunch, and convenient ready-made meals because she was often tired. She had no idea that these seemingly harmless foods were packed with hidden salt and refined sugars. These are the things that do profound damage. The excess salt raises your blood pressure, and the refined sugars and carbohydrates cause inflammation and raise those dangerous triglyceride levels.
So what is the solution? For someone who is busy or tired, how do they begin to eat right for their heart?
You do not need to be a gourmet chef. The answer is to return to the simple, beautiful foods that God gave us. Focus on natural, minimally processed foods. A heart-healthy meal can be as simple as a piece of grilled fish, a colorful plate of steamed vegetables, and a small serving of brown rice. Fiber, Sarah, fiber is your heart's best friend. It is found in leafy greens and beans, in fruits, in whole grains. A major study showed that people who get enough fiber in their diet have a 30% lower risk of heart disease. So instead of salt for flavor, try fresh herbs, garlic, or a squeeze of lemon. Instead of butter, try a drizzle of olive oil. These are small acts of love for your heart. Making these small changes in your kitchen is a true act of worship for the body you've been given. If this is inspiring you to look at your food in a new, more hopeful way, please type a 2 in the comments. We love seeing our Health Voices community take these steps toward healing.
That is wonderful practical advice. It's about wise exchanges, not just deprivation. Doctor, what is the 4th mistake on your list?
The 4th mistake is a sensitive one because it's often driven by fear. It is mistake number 4, avoiding regular health checkups. I understand it. Medical visits can be time-consuming, the results can be confusing, and sometimes we are afraid of what we might find out. But I want you to think of your annual checkup like an oil check for your car. Your heart is your engine. If you never check the oil, you will never know there is a problem until the engine breaks down on the side of the road.
And for the heart, a breakdown can be a true crisis.
It can be a tragedy. Many serious heart conditions like arrhythmias or clogged arteries often show no clear symptoms until it is too late. A simple checkup can detect these silent issues before they become a crisis. This is the story of Mr. Kendrick, a 70-year-old man who always felt healthy and strong, so he skipped his checkups for a few years. His family finally convinced him to go. During that visit, a routine EKG detected an irregularity. Further tests showed an early but significant blockage in one of his arteries. Because we found it early, we were able to manage it with medication and lifestyle changes. That one appointment, the one he almost didn't go to, very likely saved him from a massive heart attack down the road.
That story sends a chill down my spine. It shows that these checkups are not about finding sickness. They are about preserving wellness.
That is the perfect way to see it. See your doctor as a partner in your health, not a judge. Come prepared. Write down your questions. Bring a list of all your medications. If you need to ask a family member to come with you to be a second set of ears. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of profound strength and wisdom. If it has been more than a year, I am urging you, please make that call today. It is a call that could save your life.
Doctor, we have covered 4 huge areas that can impact our heart health. Knowing our numbers, gentle movement, nourishing food, and partnering with our doctor. It truly feels like a very complete picture of how to care for ourselves. What could possibly be the final mistake on your list? It must be something that many of us often overlook.
It is Sarah. And this final mistake might be the most unexpected because it's not about what you eat or how much you walk. It is about how you feel. Mistake number 5 is underestimating the devastating physical impact of chronic stress and loneliness. If you think stress is just a mental issue, just a collection of worries in your mind, then you are underestimating one of the most dangerous enemies of the heart.
So stress isn't just in our heads, it's physically harming our hearts.
It is a physical poison. When you are worried, anxious, or lonely day after day, your body is in a constant state of fight or flight. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood your system. These are not abstract feelings. They are powerful chemicals. They cause your blood vessels to constrict. They make your heart beat faster, and they place a constant, unrelenting pressure on your entire cardiovascular system. A major study showed that people living with long-term stress have a 40% higher risk of heart disease. This is the story of Mr. Donovan, a 67-year-old man who was caring for his ill wife. He spent his nights worrying, unable to sleep deeply. He told me he felt a constant weight on his chest. His doctor had warned him that this chronic stress was putting him at a much higher risk for a serious arrhythmia. The emotional burden was becoming a physical crisis.
That is so important, because stress is a part of life. We cannot eliminate it entirely, especially for seniors who may be dealing with so much. So, how do we manage it? What are the tools for peace?
The good news, the blessed news, is that the tools are simple and always within our reach. You do not need to change the world to feel better. You can start with your very next breath. Deep breathing is a powerful tool given to us by our Creator. Simply breathing in through your nose for a count of 4 and out through your mouth for a count of 6 for just 5 minutes a day can instantly calm your nervous system and lower your blood pressure. Social connection is another powerful medicine. Loneliness is a silent form of stress. A simple phone call to a friend, joining a community group at your church or local center. These moments of connection are not just good for the soul, they are healing for the heart. And of course, gentle movement, as we discussed, releases your body's own happy hormones, while a good night's sleep is like a reset button for your entire system, allowing your heart to recover. For Mr. Donovan, starting his day with 5 minutes of quiet, deep breathing didn't change his life circumstances, but it changed his ability to carry them with a sense of peace.
So, it's about building our resilience from the inside out. Doctor, as we reflect on this entire conversation, it's clear that these 5 mistakes are all connected, and they are all within our power to change.
That is the final, most important message. I want everyone to hear this. Your heart is incredibly resilient. It wants to heal. The 5 mistakes we've covered, ignoring your numbers, being too sedentary, neglecting nutrition, avoiding your doctor, and underestimating stress can all silently harm your heart. But the amazing truth is that just one small positive step in any of these areas can begin the process of healing. You do not have to do everything at once. Just pick one thing. Make one promise to yourself today. Maybe it's scheduling that checkup. Maybe it's taking that 10-minute walk. Maybe it's practicing that deep breathing. Every healthy heartbeat from this moment on is a reminder that you deserve to live well with peace and with happiness.
Thank you, doctor, for this life-changing guidance. To summarize for everyone at home, the 5 mistakes to be mindful of are: ignoring your blood pressure and cholesterol numbers, living a sedentary lifestyle, underestimating the power of nutrition and hidden salt and sugar, avoiding regular health checkups, and underestimating the physical impact of stress. Now we turn to you, our wonderful Health Voices community. Which of these 5 areas has been the biggest eye-opener for you today? And what is one small, gentle step you feel inspired to take this week? Please share your commitment in the comments below. Your story can be the inspiration that someone else needs to see. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to hit the like button, share this video with your loved ones, and don't forget to subscribe to Health Voices for more health tips tailored for your golden years. Thank you for being with us.
Remember to be a good and faithful steward of your health. It is the most precious gift you have. God bless.
Until next time, take good care.